Welcome everybody. Sorry about the glare. Today I wanted to go over some stuff that I had just bought, some plants and some other items. Go over what I had bought, why I bought some of the things. Some of it has to do with canning, preserving, and there's also a collection of different plants that I had ordered. And even though it is coming up on mid-August, I'm still trying to buy as much stuff and get as much food in the ground. So I'll show you what I've got in my recent purchases, and go about why I bought them. So stay tuned. Here's kind of just a wide scan of some of the things I've bought recently. I have a couple more boxes over here. I got some orders that I've bought through Amazon, Stark Bros Nursery. There's another place. Guess you can say hi to the cat. They're interested in boxes. And I also have a collection of different plants that I'd ordered, and we'll go through them and we'll explain. Like for instance, we got a medical first aid kit. It has, they call it, I don't know, a civilian version of a military IFAC. It just has bandages, wraps, antiseptic, all sorts of things like that. I did get a Coleman stove, so I got a couple of these with a few more coming. And the big thing with those is because they, of course, are only a pound of gas in there, and they're expensive in that form, but if you get a larger propane tank, you can always fill up the individual tanks with one of these. And I got a home preserving kind of book. It goes into all sorts of different ways to can things, to ferment them, and that's really cool. And I also got an adapter for my vacuum sealer. This just goes on the top of the ball cans, on top of these, which I bought some. That adapter just goes on top of that and takes out all the air from that container. And I also got a big stack, or large amount of the vacuum bags for preserving foods. I got these reusable shopping bags. They're billed as being used for putting produce. You can put your peppers in one bag instead of using the plastic bags at the store. And another really nice thing about this is it shows the weight of the bag itself, so they can just, at the register you can just do the math on that. 23 grams. Sorry, the cat's messing up my focus, I think. Here, there's for the cat. There you go. But no, those are really cool. And then instead of using the plastic bags there and just bringing them here to get recycled, they just won't use the plastic bags, and I can use those. I wanted to mention real quick before I get into these other boxes, on top of regular food forestry and growing my own food, the main reason for that is for health. Another is for sustainability, in the area of, I guess the same principles of being a homesteader, being self-sufficient. I know last year when the original lockdowns were happening, I was really, kind of shocked that there were, it was just one day to the next, all the grocery stores and everything else was locked down, and I was wondering, well, I hope I can survive off the food that I have in my fridge. And looking around, I realized that I wouldn't be okay. I wouldn't be able to survive for more than a week. But it was with what was in my pantry and all that. So I was already in on the gardening kick, the permaculture kick, and just recent events kind of just pushed me to expand as much more, be as self-sufficient as possible. And one of the reasons is some of the stuff I've bought here, and I showed you. And we'll break open some of these other plant boxes to see what I'll be planting here probably tomorrow. And first off, from Stark Brothers Nursery, which I'm a big fan of. I've liked everything that they've sent me. Here's the shopping or shipping list. If it will zoom, there we go, focus. So I got 2 Caroline red raspberries, a sunshine blue blueberry, and a darrow blueberry. Already have a couple of early blue and one other type of blueberry on this property, but in my other, the little urban lot, I'm going to plant all this stuff. It'd be nice to, I mean, always, even if something is self-pollinating, it doesn't require any other varieties, it's typically best to have more than one variety that increases the total yield. And as you can see, last month they had a special on blueberries, and then when I did the checkout, they actually gave me a code which took an additional 10% off. And if you can see, and I'll make a video for tomorrow showing how I plant them, but they're all in different pots, and I'll show. Even though some of these roots might be root bound, so the roots from the plant, they've started to encircle. I'll show you a couple of ways where you can kind of, with your hands, work out some of the roots, and we'll get to that tomorrow. Oh, hold on. We'll get into tearing all these open. Alright, this is all the other packages opened up, and of course we've got more. We got a cat. He was already here though, I didn't order him. We got comfrey, and they're Bocking 14 comfrey roots. I love comfrey. It's so easy to plant, and they help so much as far as fixing the soil, breaking up, fixing compaction in the soils. They look really cool. They look so healthy, and give the eye, whoever's walking through my property or myself, something really cool to look at. Those are the directions for that, and I think I got 2 orders of them from this Marsh Creek farmstead. So there's probably like 24 to 30 roots in there, and the bigger roots, of course, can be split in half to make more of them. But these, I thought this is pretty cool. These are walking onions, and I like that line there, 2-year sustainable future. Of course, you can go in there and plant them, but what they are is they're walking onions. I thought it was interesting. They used a styrofoam egg container. At least they're upcycling something that was really hard. I don't know if it's going to focus in there. Let me just grab one. So no matter what they look like, sometimes they come with a lot longer, like they'll come with the rest of the onion on it, but this is actually 2. We can see the split there. These are actually 2 bulbs, and they basically, off of their plant, if you've seen how they grow up, they grow up just like regular green onion, and then a bulb set will form on the top, and that's what falls down and plants again. So whoever, the people who sold me this basically walked out in the yard and just grabbed a whole bunch and just put them in this little styrofoam thing and sold it to me for however much it was. I don't remember. And another plant that I love expanding with is just Eversweet everbearing strawberries. I got 5 packs of 10. I don't think it shows the price on here. Yeah, $9.95 for a pack of 10. And of course, over the years, these will expand. But these are really easy to plant, which I'll show in a video tomorrow. These are super easy to plant, and I've gotten into the general habit of putting them down in the dirt. So like where my fingers are, that's the level of the dirt. Because as they start to grow and expand and reroot, they always seem to want to poke up out of the ground. So that's just what I've noticed from these. And for $50, how many meals am I going to be able to get out of these over the next 2 years, much less 15, 20, 30, 40 years. It's a huge investment. Instead of investing in the stock market or Bitcoin, I'd much rather and feel a lot safer investing in food. And that's it for today. I just wanted to show you some of the other things that I'm trying to buy to be more self-sustainable and kind of sharing the excitement of getting all these new plants. I don't have time to plant today because I'm going to plant all this stuff over at the other property, but it's just really nice to be able to get all this stuff at my house and be able to start using it. I have a dehydrator, which I'm going to start trying to use. I haven't even opened up the box yet, but I have a dehydrator that I'm going to use on some of the vegetables that I'm picking in my gardens, mostly squashes, zucchinis, things like that. I don't know, I have some larger strawberries that'll be ripe in the next couple weeks. Probably try and slice those up, but the dehydrator comes with a manual just like that canning manual that shows you, different recipes and ways to do things. So thanks for watching this, and remember, it's not too late to get an order in and start planting some strawberries and some walking onions and comfrey and blueberry bushes, everything you want. And I know I'm in Indiana, and the general rule is if it's a perennial, you can plant it anytime you can get the shovel in the dirt. As long as your ground isn't frozen, you can plant whatever you want. There are better times, maybe spring is maybe a better time to plant some stuff, and the fall is better to plant other things. But in general, if I can dig a hole in the ground, I'll plant some. As long as it's not too cold out, right? All right. Well, thank you again for watching. Bye.